Rejoice, fellow expletives, for one of our executioners is returned. Take up arms, warrior. The battle rages.
Good morning. I did get my Death Stranding 2 vinyl in, yeah. I got mine through a black screen, so I'm waiting a bit, but it looks to be a beauty. It looks gorgeous, yeah. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to try the second record out yet, which is a Zoetrope one, but I'm sure we'll get to soon. Malachite, thanks for that 103-month bloody tier 3 executioner fucking banger. What a legend. Cheers, mate. And Grickshaft for 120 months. 10 bloody years. I'm here on year 10. This joyous legacy of Kain stream, my first love. You've had a wonderful impact on my life through music, cinema, discourse, laughs. You're a smart dude and appreciate the community. Glad I've not been chopped so far. There's always time. All right? Just remember that, Mr. 10 fucking years. Okay? Can happen to anyone. Get that shit working then? Yeah, you know. One of these days. One of these fucking days, mate. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. Oh. That's why we can get away with it more. I gotta. It's. There's an ebb and a flow to living on this planet, you'll find. And executions are no exception. We have to ebb. Let people build back up, you know? Let them get their fucking... Let them lose the fear. You know? Attract a few fucking mongs to the party, and then we drop the guillotine like the good old days. Death Stranding did have some wonderful track. If nothing else, it had that going for it, that's for sure. This is the score, not the soundtrack, just so we're all on the same page. So this is the background noise. Not the big, epic, you know, what's his fucking name? Woodkid stuff. And that. That one was delayed. Well, it wasn't delayed. I think it just got announced later. It's a gorgeous, like, red, God, I can't think of his name this morning either. It's gone. Death Stranding antagonist. Gone. The boss fight was so bad at the end of Death Stranding 2 that I've forgotten him. Higgs, thank you. The soundtracks have got a whole like red Higgs theme going, and this one's the lovely black and white. I'm using a shit Elgato camera instead of my good one for the vinyl as well. The idea being I can take the vinyl camera out into the garage and use it for painting and electronics and tabletop gaming and every other kind of thing that isn't in here. But only if I can get a suitable vinyl camera working. And well, it's gonna be up and down, it seems. Can you notice the pulsing? That's not intended. Nan's got himself a nice little setup. He does indeed, man. He does indeed. No, it's not an effect. It's an Elgato camera. Zioko, what's going on, mate? Thanks for 64 months, dude. Cheers. Good to see you. Yeah, companies like Elgato and Logitech and shit, you can't trust them. I got an update request for my mouse keyboard software from Logitech today. Again, you know, and it's like, oh, guys, it's actually working. For the first time in years, the seamless ability to switch between two PCs is it's actually working most of the time. Please don't fuck with it. But if you don't update, then the computers go out of sync and whatever. All right, I'll update it. I click update and it starts downloading the update and then it uninstalls the program and doesn't update. So when I click on it, all of a sudden my mouse functionality doesn't work. And then when I click on the program, it's like, we can't find the program you're looking for. Okay. So Logitech just pushed out a update for their app that obviously wasn't required because the app does every fucking thing that it needs to do. And the only thing that it does now that it didn't do before is advertise a new mouse. Not the one that I have. The ergonomic one that I have. No. Are these better together, are they? That's the one that doesn't fuck my wrist as much and the one that does. I already have the 3 version of this anyway, sitting here useless. Right here, not doing anything because it fucks my wrist. So not only did I need to update this fucking app again and risk ruining it because over the course of the last few years, every time you update, it's a crapshoot. Sometimes the flow functionality just doesn't work. Even then, I'm moving this mouse on this PC, so the keyboard should detect and automatically switch over. And as you may have noticed, it didn't do that until I pushed the button to switch it over. So already, it's in a worse state than it was yesterday. But putting all that aside, the update failed and uninstalled the app. I can't actually think of a way you could fucking suck at your job any harder. You know? Hey, what's this? What's this? Why did a vinyl pop up here? That's odd. You need to be removed. You're not supposed to be there. Weird. G'day, Kino. How you going, mate? 106 months. What's going on? Good to see you. The flashbang. Where's the dark mode? Oh, for the Logitech shit? Yeah, probably guess so. Whatever. Are things supposed to launch in dark mode now? Is that the modern world? Dark mode is default. Light mode is the choice you make. You opt into that. I never got that, email. Greetings, excessive profanity. This is the internet. We're just writing to inform you that dark mode's in and light mode's out. Across the board. I hope you're okay with this change. If you're not, as always, go fuck yourself. Sincerely, the internet. I never got that one. Did you get it? When did you start expecting dark mode as the default? When did that happen? Because I remember all of the first 10 years of my life and the second 10 years of my life and the third 10 years of my life, all white. And then at some point some dark mode crept in and now you're all up in their grill because it's not the standard. I don't know what happened. Or when it happened. Or how it happened. Or if it even happened. Maybe you're the insane one. And me and Logitech are normal. Did you ever consider that? Anyway, shut up. You're making me relate to Logitech more than my own chat room. If you weren't an executioner who'd been here for over 10 years, that could be punishable by death. I have not seen the proposed Windows 12. But as a new Linux user, who's this fucking close to putting on a main rig, and only holding back because of a few little things like I don't understand exactly what wine and bottles do, and I want to know how they work before I commit, so that any applications I do need to run that won't run natively on Linux can be run in a simulated Windows environment or whatever the fuck. I don't want to. I'm not going to go to Windows 12. This is my last Windows, I'm fairly certain. Unless I absolutely have to. This is it for me. The 50th welcome to Windows decline. You have 3 days. You can either do this now, or you can do it in 3 days. It's up to you. Click through all the little blue text skips instead of the accept next fucking, so we can install Microsoft 365 and OneDrive and a variety of other, connect your Android phone and all this other shit that you don't fucking want. Like, I just did it again. I just did it again, like a few days ago. I imagine some of you did too, depending on whether or not you updated your Windows 11 and what version you have, and whether or not they shove that down our throats at the same time, or do they space it out? Either way, I have been asked for the last time. I've had enough. Remember Winamp? Fuck yeah, bro. I'm using the Winamp Spectrum Analyzer. I shit you not. Do I have a behind the scenes here? Yeah. Look at that. The shit that I'm using for the new intro screen. It's the fucking Winamp Analyzer. There's still remnants of Winamp's gloriousness on my screen as we speak, brother. It really did, and I say this now with hindsight, kick the llama's ass, if you know what I'm saying. You got to put a towel over your head and the community monitor while you're trying to sneak a peek at titties on the internet while your parents are asleep. Yeah, one of those ones, yeah. The Weddy Strats, I'm with you. It's ironic coming from someone whose whole shtick is streaming from pure darkness. That's right. You can't have darkness without the light, can you? Wait, if I go all dark mode, it's just nothingness. Where's the contrast, Vorsk? There's no Windows 12 lol. It's just another SKU that only works and is available for machines with MPU chips.
Well now.
Oh.
He is an old...
I don't even know what that is.
Almost as old as me.
Tell me more. What the fuck is an MPU chip? Violent Frisbee, thanks for 75, mate. What's going on, dude? Good to see you. With no due respect and offense absolutely intended, Microsoft can fuck all the way off. Agreed. An MPU is a CPU that's designed to work with AI tasks. Right. A neural processing unit as opposed to a computer processing unit? Basically those shit Copilot Plus laptops. Right, okay. Okay. And Windows 12 is just another Windows 11 package designed specifically to run on an MPU and benefit from that particular kind of processing. Which I presume does a lot of things for you without having to ask for them or something. They're going to lock part of the advanced shit in an OS subscription? Nice. It's Windows 11 on a different build with extra features. Okay. But Windows 11 is not just Windows 10 on a different build with extra features, right? I'm sure at some fundamental level there's a difference between 10 and 11 versus 11 and 12. And they're not simply different builds with extra features, even though they've all felt like different builds with extra features iteratively over the years. Windows 11 is its own bastard thing, okay. And literally nothing's been stated about it from Microsoft, so saying it's gonna is a waste of time. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I just need AI to fuck off so I can replace my NAS HDD as anything I can use is sold out. I've had to power down my NAS until I can replace it. Wait, what? Okay, so you want to replace your NAS drives, but you can't because AI made them too expensive? Is that right? OneDrive. Okay. Because that was like the increase to those prices was speculative as far as I understood. I bought one last week or the week before, which came last week, which is now in my NAS and all set up. And I paid $460 US for 22 terabytes, which is what I was paying a year ago, more or less. That was for a brand new one too. The ones I bought before were, what's the word? Not refurbished. It's a word for refurbished, but in-house. All Western Digital's predicted 2026 production stock has been requisitioned. Right. That's not, you know, I can't get a fucking drive anymore though, right? Is it reconditioned? Is that it? Doesn't sound right, but it could be. Yeah, is this a real problem you're having, Squids? Recertified? Maybe it's recertified. That's the word I was thinking of. Thank you. Recertified. So recertified is refurbished, but by the company that sells them. I think that's where I was last time we had these conversations. Where was I getting my drives from? Back in the day, I didn't find it there. This time I just Googled it, but if Google's not working out, there was this, I think, Nate from the guy who made StreamerBot showed me this site. Wait, maybe I have my own folder? Where's my bookmarks folders? OBS plugins, mods, Japan, movie recs. No, I don't have a folder for it. Shit. There's like this website that shows fucking PC deals or something. You categorize it. I remember looking through there for... It wasn't like Oz Bargain, although that one would work too, if you're in Oz. No, it was more of like a technical website, you know, like a repository of shit. I don't know which one it was. It's lost. It's lost to time. Anyway, I'm sure you can find make PC hardware comparison sales website. Static ice. Maybe it was this. Maybe this was it. This looks similar at the very least. 18 terabytes. This is Australia, as far as I know. .au. There must be something else. 677. That's roughly what I paid comparative to, you know, how much terabyte you're getting. Do they have 22 terabytes? What are you looking for? 949. Yeah, that's pricier. I imported mine from the US. Even with shipping, it was cheaper, but I just saw a tweet saying they're going up a couple of weeks ago and was like, boom, where's the cheapest I can get? Go. And for a new one, it was good. Where did I get it from? Let me just check my emails. Disc Tech. I looked for 22 terabytes because that's what I have in mine, and they seem like a good size for price point. There we go. I think that's what I bought. 27 in stock. It's not the same that I got last time, but again, the last times were recertifieds. You just need a 6-banger? Seagate was cheaper? Okay. Yeah, I think mine was Seagates before. No. They were Exos before? Is that right? What have they got in the 8 terabyte bangers? Because I'm just curious at how these you can do your own fucking searching. I'm just interested in how much the prices really have changed, because I've not seen significant changes yet. When I was looking a year ago, they were all over the fucking place. 8 terabyte Dells for 400. Enterprise grade, I assume they're brand new. Yep, brand new bangers. Not recertifieds. That's 400 US, right? What did I pay for my 22 gigabyte? 460 or something. So that seems pricey as fuck to me. I need a 6 terabyte red, right? Okay, so you're looking for a very specific kind, because red is part of a brand, isn't it? Get rid of the 8s. What's in the 6s? All Dells. There we go. That's a red, right? The Seagate ones. 339 brand new. Red is NAS grade.
Well,
Alright.
now, here's an old one. Almost as old as me.
Is mine slower than that? 6 gigabytes per second, 7.2K. Speed, that's 5.4. I don't know where the speed is on this other one. On the Barracuda. That says NAS, yeah. I assume it's a speed thing, and that's why it's NAS graded. Damage, thanks for 63, man. What's going on, dude? The exact M.2 I bought 5 months ago for $88 is now $429. Fuck me. So M.2 SSDs sound pretty hit.
Well, now, here's an old one. Almost as old as me.
Air collapse for 70. What's going on, mate? Good to see you, dude. Cheers. I found the 256 gig fucking SSD in the garage, and I banged that straight in for more rendering. It's only 256, but it gives me enough overhead for rendering some VODs that I wasn't getting. I had to pull a hard drive out of the other PC because that was causing fucking problems, I think. I'm going to go test that in the other one later. But yeah, I'm not buying... I bought that HDD for the NAS, but I'm hoping that'll future-proof me for at least a year or two's worth of odds. I deleted a bunch of shit off the NAS for like TV shows and movies that I don't need anymore. Just trying to clean up space. But yeah, when the red flag went up, just a couple weeks ago, I was like, yeah, all right, we gotta fucking... Gotta get ahead of this. But yeah, I don't think AI is going to be fucking off and lowering the prices of your hardware for some time, Squid baby. I don't imagine that's going to happen. So you have to, like everything else that a human being has to do, you have to survive in this new world. Keep your ear to the ground and keep ahead of it all, right? It's the best we got. I upgraded Xander's computer at Christmas. And got the best sort of prices that I could find, but things were certainly going up. You won't see too much movement in mechanical disks because they won't be preferred for data center AI allocation. Anything with flash storage, RAM, and SSD will see major increases in prices. Okay. I heard HDDs were being affected as well, but maybe not by much. Watching Shadow of the Erdtree VODs after finally beating it myself. Good on you, man. I haven't beat it myself yet, but when I see this screensaver pop up every now and then, I say to myself, man, it's almost time. It's almost time to return to that horizon. $1,000 used to get you a decent midway system. Now it barely gets you an entry level. Yeah. I upgraded over Crimbo Christmas. Got the 9950 X3D, 64 gig of DDR5. Lucky I got that in the first price increase. Now it's even more. $1,000 for 64 gig of RAM. Yeah. I got 32 gig of DDR5 and I ain't moving. That's going to have to do me for a while, you know. I got Xander 16 gig of DDR4. He's going to have to fucking deal with that. He was on 16 gig of DDR3 before that, so, you know, it's an upgrade. Hopefully things will move a bit faster. But I did have to spend, I wanted to spend, you know, 1,000 tops, and I ended up spending 1,250 or something on him. But that was like, well, am I going to get him a 4060 or am I going to get him a 5070? You know, like the difference in price is minimal, but it'll scale a lot better. Not to mention the frame generation and stuff like that, which I think is super important on the lower end rigs. If you can just bang on frame gen and get it up to, you know, like a stable 60 or something, then a lot of shit you couldn't play is going to be pretty playable. I have a pair of 250 M.2s and a single 6 HDD, and I'm fucking sticking with it. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Obviously I have the NAS to replace the HDD. I got a 2 terabyte HDD in that one, but like, what the fuck am I going to do with it? You know, store porn on it, music. Like, what do you store on a? You don't run games on it, so what the fuck do you do with it now? You know, storage. And with the NAS, I don't have that problem. But I've got 250 gig M.2s and everything from years ago, and I've got 250 gig Samsung 850 Evos, which used to be, sometimes you could pick them up for nothing, and I always bought a couple when I saw them. I just banged those in. In Canada, I paid $290 after taxes for 64 gig of DDR5. The exact same kit that I'd bought from is now $1,640. Yeah, that's fucking outrageous, isn't it? It's all sitting in fucking boxes and it'll be obsolete by the time the stuff's ready for it. Well, if it is, then I guess they're going to have to sell it, aren't they? Probably get it for pennies on the dollar. Keep my software development libraries on it. They're actually pretty fucking big. Fair enough. There you go. That seems to work good, yeah. These days, with internet speeds what they are for the majority of us, there's no need to store heaps of shit on your fucking NAS, on your main SSDs anyway, right? You just like storing Steam games and shit. I'm always uninstalling shit that I'm not playing and then just reinstalling it. I'm actually a bit full up at the moment because I put WoW on one of the hard drives and some other shit that I didn't want to get rid of. Shit like that's on the Xbox Game Pass and stuff. I put like Ninja Gaiden on that or something and then don't play it for a while. I forget that it's there. But I could do a cleanup of this already. But yeah, just fucking delete and re-download when you need it. Seems to be the way to go. All right, where are we? Blood Omen 2. Oh, by the way, I have a copy of Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered, which was sent to me. And I can't wait to get in there and fucking check out that news source. But we're going to be finishing up Blood Omen 2 first, which we may have done in time for this release, and that would have been great, but I couldn't do last Friday's stream because my wife needed to do the taxes, the bookkeeping, and yeah, you just can't do that shit with the baby around, you know. And Monday we were off up in the mountains, so I missed 2 shows. It puts you back a bit when you're only doing 2 a week, you know. So time to catch up today. I don't actually fucking remember a single fucking thing about where we're up to in Blood Omen 2. So let's just get in and refamiliarize ourselves today. Beautiful. Are you Australian, sir? Indeed I am, Kenny. How are you, mate? I mean, g'day. You flamin' galah. Etc, etc. My controller doesn't work natively again.
He is an old one. Almost as old as me.
Doesn't work. Just try that again. Tax, what's going on, mate? Thanks for 75, dude. Good to see you. What's cracking? And Fly Guy, darling, great to see you. How you doing? What if I just go start game? Will it work in the game, maybe? Okay, it's just on the menu that it's not working. Makes sense. All right. Okay, dude, I remember now. We found the vampire coven that we were looking for. Turns out it's being run by Vorador. What a mad lad. They decked us out in new threads, man. G'day, Hal. How are you, baby? What's going on? We got new Kain threads, and probably a new mission as well. I don't. Oh, okay. I got. Definitely not going to be remembering any of these buttons. We got the jump power. Yep. We got accosted by some fuckhead vampire bro as well. There's a whole bunch of cool fucking vampires we got to fight. I don't quite remember what we're doing or where we're going. If you do, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just figure it out. Okay, right bumper Y. There we go. Nice. Did your mana change color? Did your mum change color? Bitch? What do you think about that? Oh, that's water. That burns. I see. You're trying to reach a bishop for info before the other vampire can kill him. Right. I see. The other vampire's sent off to, running off to kill him before we can get there. That's right. That makes sense. Yep. So we're working with Vorador's little crew. Oh, that's bad. What do I do now? Probably just get stabbed. That cunt's fucking got a cool looking sword. Like he's not dicking around. Can you jump, bitch? I think so. Grick, thanks for bringing Perchance in, man. Very sweet of you. Might be the cider, but I could have sworn the mana bar wasn't purple when I checked a couple streams ago. You're asking a colorblind person. So, I'm not really sure what kind of answer you're trying to get out of me. And the rest of these cunts, I don't know how much they even fucking watch anymore, right? Like, it's just a bunch of fucking lurkers on this website. Now, everybody with an active attention span has been scooped up by some other platform that provides more attention to their recently discovered ADHD proclivities, you know? So, you might just be barking up the wrong fucking tree, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm fucking shaking in me boots, mate. You're stumped by a fucking 3-foot high concrete wall. Like all that gambling? Yeah. I'm here because I love a slow burn. I'm not saying nobody does anymore. I get it. I'm with you. But we're asking for the impossible. You know, we're certainly a dying breed. That goes into there, and then that goes into there? This is one of those puzzles where I don't quite understand what they want from me. This is a movable object though, so... Also, that piece there is broken. There must be something to do with being able to move it, right? You wanna come over here and play? Oh. The enemy's been playing Resident Evil 9, stuck in the Grace section. In the young Grace section. Love it. I'm getting sassed by my background noise now. Welcome to the party, pal. You'll do as your background noise says and you'll like it, bitch. Oh, okay. I made that drop. And by making... Oh, and then I could move it. And then by moving it, I could gain access to somewhere I couldn't gain access to before. Is the theory. I just don't see anywhere. Alright, how do we fight again? Jump where you can get. Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, I don't see anywhere where standing on that rock, on that block would allow me to jump to. There's also a block or something. Is there a dodge as well? Oh, did I get him? Fuck yeah. Get it. Yummy. Oh, he's full. He's a fucking full-blooded boy. All right. Let's just knock it out. Heading to the land of Nod. Heavy, my darling, pleasure as always. I've missed you in our late night streams. I know it's a scheduling conflict. Just know that your particular brand of fucking moron has been missing, and it's gone noticed. You know, I just don't have as much fun when you're not there. Make of that what you will, my friend. And on that note, sleep well. So, again, it's just one of those puzzles where it's like, first, what is the goal? Like when I sit down with a crossword, the goal is to fill in the crossword, right? What is the goal here? So that I can reverse engineer the puzzle. Maybe when you first entered this room, there was a clear, you need to get to here, but I just can't see a place that I'm supposed to be. Maybe I'm not supposed to know the goal. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe not knowing what the goal is and floundering around is the goal. Okay. Progress. You want me to go in there? And then jump out? Or jump in and then... No. It has to be go in and jump out. But I can't jump out because I don't have a block. So I need to get this block in there? And then I could jump out? Or... Been getting into Guild Wars 2 with you on the tally. Got a great chill vibe for room ambience. Granted, I usually lurk because I have fuck all to say, but I digress. Oh, I'm not judging. I'm just making a statement that unless you're in a hype channel, these days, it's a hell of a lot harder to get people to interact. Which I think means that most of the people that would normally interact are doing something else. And the people who are happy having, you know, Twitch's background noise are still using Twitch. Does it block that gate? Is that what I'm doing here? Makes perfect sense. Done. As voiced by one of Twitch's major staff, most of the users talking are bots anyway, and they encourage that. Yeah, oh, absolutely. And view bots.
Kain, the bishop's manor is near. However, the Seraphim patrols have locked down all the streets. You may be able to trick them into opening the gates. Find the clock tower and ring its bell. The workers will think it time for their shift to change and will open the gates.
Ring the bell. The workers will think it's time for the shift to change and open the gates. Okay. I was thinking about how, like, I've got my mixer volume on about 40%, and it sounds right. With Resident Evil 9, I have it on 100%. I find that there could be a 60% degree of variance in the mixing from the old days to now. I find fascinating. Heard a bunch of creators got stuck on puzzles in Crimson Desert. Perfect. I don't understand how that's possible, given that it isn't out yet. Maybe they gave access to a bunch of creators? I guess that makes sense. Oh, fuck off. Whatever. I'm definitely playing it when it comes out. Fuck yeah, man. I lose my sword for that, don't I? Yeah. Alright.
I told my lady the girls wouldn't clean his lordship's room with that light burning in there. They were that frightened of him.
Lights stay on of their own accord?
Because
What do you want from me, you two? Can I go in here? Yeah, okay, cool. That's all I have to do. It's 2 weeks. It is, yep. So, the next one's already out, and it's taken me a week to do Resident Evil 9, and everybody else 2 days as fucking usual, so I'm going to be behind again. I didn't finish it last night either, so I got to keep going on Sunday. And it was really bad last night. Was I supposed to move that ball? Is that why? Is that what you want from me? Right. They had a playtest thing, and I believe their complaints were the puzzles were too obscure. Made me more excited for it, to be honest. Well, I wouldn't get too excited, because there's every chance that if content creators couldn't do it, how the fuck are the people who watch them gonna do it? Is what they're gonna be thinking. And again, they're not, game developers are not in the business of making the people who play their games feel dumb now. It used to be funny. But now that the target audience is not nerds, it's normal people, they're all fucking idiots. So just reminding them how stupid they are, particularly the ones that don't realize how stupid they are, not ideal, you know? Not a winning strategy for making money. So yeah, I wouldn't get too excited. Okay, I can't move that anymore. I can't move that anymore. I can't get into where the bell is. Ring the bell to distract the cunts. Ring the bell. Yeah. I get it. I think. Just do it. Do I have to redo it? I have to redo it. There's the bell. It's down here. I need the bell to be up there. Supposed to dodge those ones, I think. Got one of them. Got two of them. Let's go. They can be felled. They can be beaten. Gotta stop being a pussy. Have you seen the mod Shut Up? Somebody replaced all the backseating dialogue in God of War and Ragnarok with silence audio files and the subtitles with white space. It totals over 3,000 lines of removed backseating. Oh, it's funny, isn't it? It'd be funny if it wasn't so sad, anyway. You should have seen some of the shit going on in Resident Evil. I see what to do now. In Resident Evil 9 yesterday, my god. What started as a very good game so quickly turned into such dog shit that I'm still reeling from it, to be honest. So much of the bad decisions made it back in. Well, it just went to shit, dude. It started here, and then it went like this, and then it went like this, and then it howled a bit here, and then it just plummeted into actual fucking filth. Forced, contrived stealth sections with characters that can't do anything. The good action sections, you know, turn into like 1 or 2 rooms. And then you're just forced to, I don't know, suffer through like a sea of aimless wandering. Thank you for the $5, Ken. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. It was nice of you. A lot of people use this platform for long content, but yours is kind of buried. I just found this channel and I think you're sick. People would like the content if they knew about it. Cheers, mate. I've been doing this shit for fucking 14 years. In the same way. But the thing you should know is that people used to know about my content. At least on Twitch. Just never on YouTube. Now they don't anymore, apparently. I've still got a dedicated audience over on Twitch, but new people stopped finding this channel a half decade ago, and never started finding it again. I think I've been at about 150,000 followers for half of a decade. Like, it was just like this, and it just sat there. Like, discoverability on Twitch ended. And the problem with that is more and more people are leaving Twitch for reasons like I fucking hate Twitch, or I found what I want somewhere else, or I don't watch long form content anymore. So if you're not adding new and you're losing old, then you're very slowly waiting to die. Simple as that. Did you beat the game? No. I've got apparently like 2 hours left. So Sunday night we'll finish it. I'm going to start working on like a review tonight, I hope.
I told my lady the girls wouldn't clean his lordship's room with that light burning in there. They were that frightened of.
Stay on of their own accord.
I'm supposed to be hiding in the mist because there's mist,
Go on
but
upstairs
they can't
with it
hide in the
now.
mist?
It's a wonderful night, so gentle and bright. I like it myself, but the girl's near left in a body. I told my lady.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's like they changed developers halfway through the game. Exactly. It's like they had different teams, and the second half of the game was predominantly done by the RE7-8 people, and the first half by the RE2 and 4 remake people. You do reviews now, written or video? Written. As part of a way to build up an audience on another platform, I opened up a Patreon, which you'll see links at occasionally. And it's predominantly a place for me to upload VODs.
Wouldn't clean his lordship. I told my lady.
Prepare to die.
Okay, fine. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I tried to dodge it and I still can't figure out how to dodge. What's the problem? Oh, are you kidding me? Patron. I don't know if I even have a command for it, but it'll come around. I should make a button or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, it's basically a place for me to upload VODs that I have added chat to and cut the fluff out, sort of build up a repository of VODs that people can watch, because some people don't want to watch XPTV because they can't choose what they want to watch and they can't, jump through it or whatever. And that makes perfect sense. It's much more of a background noise channel. But it takes a lot of time to edit all this shit and to figure out, a place to put it. So doing it on Patreon seems like a smart idea. Doing it on YouTube, what's the point? Can't make any money on it. It's just a bunch of extra work that I don't have time for, that doesn't generate any revenue or help dig me out of the hole that is clearly beginning to form, right? And so I thought with Patreon, if I'm doing that, I should try and do some other things that that I know how to do, I guess. And one of the things I know how to do is write. I can't believe I have to do all this again. Are you fucking kidding me? Cheeky. Oh yeah, you just dodged all those? You have a whole dodge button, do you? Do I have one? I really don't know how to dodge. I gotta figure it out. Don't get on Twitch much these days. Yeah, well that was another thing too. A lot of people are subbing to the Twitch but not really getting to watch it. This way, if they sub to the Patreon, they can kind of get my thoughts on the games that I've been playing. Like if you're like, did fucking XP like Resi 9? I don't have time to watch 5 days worth of VODs. But maybe I have time to read this fucking review? Or impressions, or whatever it ends up being. Okay. A is grab. It's square. Okay, we're good. We're not good. We're not good. Yeah, nice and even. I tried to do more Patreon writing streams, but I couldn't get a good flow with the old format. I pressed dodge again. I was pressing dodge. It's just that it doesn't respond to the inputs when I need it to. Like then. Like you have to dodge real early. It's very kind of formulaic battle. It's nice to see someone on YouTube though, just be like, yo, I think you'd do great if you weren't buried, here's $5. That's sweet. Feels like the early days of Twitch, you know? Someone would just stumble upon you and go, fuck man, I love your shit, I hope you're successful, here's some money. Thanks for the good night. Oh yeah. Reminds me a bit of the old days. Old days of content creation. So many games, I'm not sure what your priorities are, but are you interested in Crimson? Dude, absolutely. Even if I wasn't asked once an hour if I'm going to play Crimson Desert, then I would still be interested because I played the fuck out of Black Desert. And loved it. And I'm very interested to see what they're doing with the single player game with no microtransactions as a follow-up. So I'll be no, it's fine, man. I know the job. I had this question literally within the last hour. It's fine. I'm definitely going to be playing it. I won't say attention spans are getting shorter. They are, but okay. However, the algorithm definitely incentivizes getting used to quick dopamine hits and short-form sensation bullshit. That's the flavor these days, absolutely. And unless you're making specific content for it, it's very hard to be successful with it. I've had Sathius doing short-form content for 2 years on YouTube. Following all the rules, when to upload, etc., etc. I just don't make the kind of content that works for it, I think. Or maybe I am shadow banned on YouTube from years and years ago. Or some shit. Whatever. The algo's God now? Yeah. And look, a big part of that is, old dog, new tricks. I'm not willing to try to make shit for the algorithm. I'm not willing to design my fucking content for the new generation. And that's where Patreon's really relaxing. I just write the shit that I like to write, the way I like to write it, and the people who want to read it will pay for it. Doesn't even have to be monthly. You just want the Resi impressions, you just buy those. You want everything, you pay the monthly sub, And then there's free shit on there too. For, stuff in between. I'm doing a Dead House Sonata thing at the moment that'll be free. I did a Lord of the Rings Total War thing, because that was a free mod. I'm not going to charge money for people to learn about a free mod. The guys who are making the fucking mod aren't charging money. Leslie Nelson as Dracula in Dead and Loving It with the milkshake. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh yeah, Faye. No, that makes sense. Black Desert for me was like, oh, there's this new MMO thing coming out today. Let's have a look. 3 months later, we have 3 guilds in the top 5. Like, ranking. 3 of them. Because there's too many of us. We had to make 3 guilds because it caps out at 100. All from fishing. I still have a map in the garage, a giant canvas map of the Black Desert world, full of pins and little notes of where to find fish. Was it that good? It was one of those things where it's got. I had an alarm set at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I could wake up and milk my cows. Because if I didn't, then I wouldn't get the maximum amount of milk in a 24-hour period, which means I couldn't make the maximum amount of shit with my milk, right? There were so many life skills, growing sunflowers, all this sort of shit, and then traveling with a horse and cart to move goods from one place to another and being attacked, that kind of thing. So having a PvP element there as well. They had a really good amount of. It's one of those things. There were so many different things you could be doing that figuring out a way to exploit a market, kind of like OG WoW, was you. There was room to figure out your own niche, and everybody didn't know everything. You know, after a couple of years, it became a formulaic shitfest like the rest. But at the time, you know, my PC was on and running BDO for 30 days straight. I was so invested. Exactly. It was one of those. This feels like real life things. You know, like at the very least, it's more important than real life things. And it was great fun. Having a massive guild, all of us like getting together, building ships and going out to catch herring. I played a sorceress, yeah. And I was getting ganked fucking constantly, so I had to have a bunch of you-cunts protecting me. Like if I wanted to go and tend to my sunflowers, I needed to be escorted. Sitcom. It was great. I had bodyguards. Morning, sir. Nothing to see here. And of course, for the cunts that loved PvP, having someone to protect was the best. They had a fucking magnet. Just attracting people. At least, lurking in ghillie suits, exactly, ready to pop out and fuck shit up. It all ended when the other guilds on the forums got into us. Apparently I was, I was anti-vet, army vet, you know? Some that jumped on the forums and said some shit about how I hate army veterans or some shit. And it was still early in the days of you can go online and say some shit about someone and you don't have to corroborate it. You just need to hope that the person that you're saying it to already hates the person that you're talking about. So if they already dislike you, they're just kind of waiting for a little gasoline for the fire, and they don't want to find out if it's true. Do you need a video providing a source or some evidence? No. Don't want that. What if I look for that and it turns out they didn't say anything? Well, then I can't have this beautiful justification for turning my whole fucking guild against them, you know? That rumor mill, it was crazy, right? It was fucking insane. I love the interior design here. Gorgeous. So yeah, it all ended with a whimper. But we were at the point then where we had gamed a pretty dumb... No, don't you dare kill me. What? Oh my god. I missed one parry. I gotta start this whole section again. Fuck off. Isn't Crimson Desert their new project? Yeah. Is it still active? I think so. Some people go crazy on it. It's got a lot of life. Like whether you, like if you were breeding horses in that game, getting the best horses to breed with the best horses so that you could sell the best horses, like you're a fucking horse flesh trader, right? Like that's your thing. Once you're invested in that, you can provide horses in a way that nobody else can, or very few people can. You know, there was that kind of economy. Heaps and heaps of it. Now I don't know what it's like today, but the big thing was progression. So you had to use these kinds of stones or some shit to upgrade your weapons. And it was like you bought these rocks and you upgraded your weapon, and every time you upgraded it, there was a chance that it would fail and break the weapon. If I remember correctly.
Fellow expletives for one of our executioners is returned. Take up
Nemo,
arms,
darling. How you going, mate? Good to see ya. What's crack-a-lackin'? Thanks for 3 years. And a big old execution sub. Cheers, mate. Yeah, so... Fucking door is stopping me from moving this box? Is that what's happening? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so then and then of course there was like pay to win stuff where you could buy those stones. Eventually. Or you could buy something that would get them for you or some shit. So then you could start sinking real money into trying to upgrade your weapon to a higher level. It started getting rough. The problem for us, and the reason why I quit, was there was some really good ideas that weren't properly thought out. It's like the most basic bare minimum shit. A good example is fishing. So the way guilds worked was like you could level up your guild by doing different jobs, and there were different jobs to do. Like one would be like start the lumber mill quest, guild quest, and then bam, your guild has 1 hour to collect as much of these types of lumber as possible. And they come from certain trees, which only grow in certain areas, and your whole guild just went like fucking, everyone runs out. You're all chatting the whole time that you're cutting down fucking trees, leveling forests, collecting all these materials, not necessarily because you want the materials, but because you want the points for accruing them so you can level up the guild. And there were, let's say there was 50 different types of wood in the game or something like that. They'd only ever ask you to get these two or those two. Fishing was another one of those life skill guild quests where there were 300 and something fish in this massive manual of fish. And collecting different fish and putting them in the manual and learning more about them was such a huge part of the game. Such an awesome part of the game. But every fucking day they just asked you to get herring. I dodged twice, still no dodge. So it could have been this game where you're out there every day, different fish pop up, and you need to rely on your guild's knowledge of where those fish are, watch where the schools move to and migrate to, keep people, and everything for that already was there. The groundwork was there. They just had to make the quests, change the variables. And not only did they not see what they needed to do, they didn't do it when they were told to as well. And so it was just like, yeah. I can't put time into this.
What was that?
Yeah, cuddles time. G'day, mate. How are you? Oh, hi. What's happening? Is he being a bit of a brat today? Yeah, same as yesterday. I reckon there's more teeth coming in. I reckon there's more teethies coming in. Hello. G'day. How you going? What's going on? That's my troller. Excuse me. Yeah, that's my one. You know it is. That's why you touch it. If you make me walk out that window, bro, you... No. No. So yeah, didn't want to invest in developers that couldn't focus on the real basic stuff. And instead we're obviously looking at how can we make more money through microtransactions. In a game that you had to buy. Right? Like you bought... Yeah, the game only cost $20 and there was no subscription fee, so obviously they were going to make money on their microtransactions. But it's still a game you had to buy. You don't want microtransactions to be the focus. No. Hey, you cute little man. You're a cute little man. Let's put this down. Pushing this button, watch. What's that? What's happening? That's crazy! It's incredible what's going on.
Well now, here's an old one.
Advocate, how you going, man?
As old as me.
Thanks for 5 years, dude. Cheers, good to see you. Yeah, it kind of felt like there's a lot of red tape, you know? And like a developer that just had their hands tied. Not to mention it was an Asian developer, and there was always those rumors of like, yeah, the Korean build's like 4 years of content ahead of us already, you know? And it's like, what chance have we got? Are you having a play? Good on ya. Look at you go getting, good boy. Clever boy. Yeah, well done. Look at you go. You know what's up, don't you? I'm getting that troller. Yeah, getting swords out. Good job. Well done. That's it. Yeah, I'm not touching anything. Oh, God, no. Hold on. Oh, no. Okay, we got a problem. It's all right. We're going to fix it. Good boy. Well done. I didn't think for a second you'd make it down those stairs and get him to aggro me from there. You're only 8 months old, you cheeky but yeah, look at that. You know which one's doing stuff. You're a cluey bugger, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, that's the keyboard. What's happening with that one? And that's coffee. Sorry, mate, that one's for me. Baby's first evisceration, yeah. Been a minute since I was last here. Thanks for making me feel old. And congrats, thanks, dude. I got another one. Can you believe it? Thanks for 5 years, by the way, dude. Huge. I don't know why you're still spending money on this shit. But because you are, a whole bunch of people have been able to enjoy it. And on your dime. And these kids are happy and healthy and safe and loving life. The other one's got a fucking 3D printer and a drawing tablet and all sorts of cool shit. Because cunts like you are keeping it alive. So cheers, mate. I appreciate it. It's all old cunts now. There's no new cunts, all right? There's no new cunts anymore. So you're in good company, if nothing else. I was playing games like this before I was 1 and we'll have video proof. Look at you go. You're definitely realizing that you're doing stuff. Yeah, that's you. Good boy. Yeah, good job. Well done. Well done. You know what's going on, don't you? When I give him a controller in the lounge room, I'm trying to do some Neo or something and he's crawling around, I give him another controller. I remember Xander was like that too. As soon as they realize that their controller doesn't do the same thing, not interested. Just want your one. That's what it's about. I'm a dad of two myself. I'm glad you're still able to merge both your passions together. I'm lucky. I'm lucky, man. That's for sure. This thing has, this gravy train's kept rolling, you know? It's good. Yeah, you still playing? Oh, who's that? Did you hear that? Who's that? Did you hear that? Is that? Oh, it's Mama! Hey, what's going on? The big boobs are back, huh? See you in a couple hours. Mwah. He's so happy for her. Absolutely. Wouldn't you be? Two giant fucking milk bags vanish from sight and then just re-emerge after what, at his age, could be 1 minute, could be 1,000. What's a minute? What's time? How do I measure it? He's still cracking on object permanence, you know? Where does he think you go when you walk around a corner? And then how long does it feel that it's been since you come back, you know? Like it's all different. And what's it like to think without language? What the fuck does that look like? How do you think thoughts without words? Is there another way and we just forgot how to do it once we replaced it with words? Is it pictures? Did you know people who used to watch black and white TV dreamt in black and white? A well-documented, well-recorded phenomenon. I shit you not. What does that mean? What language is a deaf person thinking? I think just because you can't hear the sounds of the words doesn't mean you don't know that there are words and that those words mean something, right? I feel like you have an interpretation, and that interpretation of words is different, but it still effectively allows for the same thing. At least I think so. Whereas a baby doesn't have any language skills at all. And moreover, will forget that period of their life. Everything that they learn and do will form habit and create personality and preference, but it won't have any memory. Not in the way we think memory, as in store data and so we can refer to it later.
They're not a plague on the land. Don't talk that way.
Fascinating to think about. Babies' eyes are so tiny, but also near their ears. When they hear a really loud sound, the vision vibrates sympathetically. When they get scared, it's literally because they see loud sound. I notice when you like tap the drumsticks near him within a certain radius, it'll always cause him to blink every single time. He's not upset, he's smiling, he's enjoying it, but it's always a blink, every single one. So maybe there's something connected there. He loves banging the drums around and hitting the piano. Xander's on the piano at the moment. He's doing piano this year, or keyboard, I guess. And there's a little baby version next to the keyboard out there for Arthur to bang on, and he loves it. But his one doesn't have batteries in it because I've run out of batteries, and he knows. He knows. The big one makes noise, the little one doesn't. The big one's better, mine's worse. Something like that. Same with the controllers, you know? Somehow he's fully aware when you give him the shit one that he's being played. Okay. Oh. Wondering if you're going to be keep playing through the new... I have been, Sisu, darling, every day this week. And I'm right at the end now, apparently, and only have one more show to go, which will be Sunday night. The thing is, I stream in 2 different schedules now. Monday and Friday I do this time slot, which for me is the morning slot, because my wife doesn't work on those days. And then on every other day, bar Saturday, which I don't work, I do an evening slot. So unless you want to watch the VODs, which will be around for 60 days, and then it gets more complicated, new Twitch, then you'll either have to change your fucking schedule. I start 7 hours from now. 7 hours later than now. Again, wasn't sure what the goal was. Makes it impossible. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, mate. But if you want to check out the VODs, scrub through to the interesting bits or whatever. It's been a fucking good playthrough that started off with me really liking it and ended with me... Hate is a strong word. I hate 7 and 8. I hate 5 and 6. I hate 6 more than 5. And 8 more than 7. Maybe. But I definitely have some issues. It's harder this time though because of the stuff that I do like about 9. Like there's some really good stuff in there, and I don't understand how they don't realize how bad some of it is. Like the first half of the game I was certainly liking, but then there were a couple of drops in quality with a couple sections, a couple of those weird ones where I'm like, what are you thinking? Why have a third grace section that's shitter than the second grace section? Why? You have a tutorial grace section, then you have a real grace section, cool. Then you have a shit small grace section with a terrible boss fight and a dumb ending. Do you not know that it's shitter? But then after that, things took a fairly steady fucking downturn, so... No. Oh, you broke my sword. That was awesome. Fuck off. New chair day is always the best day. You got a new chair? Fuck yeah! What'd you get? Love to have my own little ones, but I've already done the parenting thing looking after my parents for 20 years, and it's kind of a conflict between regret and not wanting more of the same. I mean, comparing looking after your parents to looking after children is a bit of a wild take. Like, you say the word same, but it's kind of a Thailand Gucci bag for $20 instead of $2,000 same. Right? It's not really how that word works. But having been somebody whose sole responsibility is to take care of something and be responsible for their health and well-being, I can see how you might want to enjoy some freedom. But I guess that's what it will come down to in the end is, do you enjoy the freedom? Or are you bored out of your fucking mind? Are you fucking missing something? It's as simple as that. If you need more, you need responsibility. Get making babies. But if you're enjoying your the time that you have now after so long not having your own time, then enjoy that too. Just ask yourself,
Be on the lookout for a vampire.
who's looking after you when you're old?
Kill him on sight.
On site, huh? Lovely.
You there. You work for the bishop, don't you? I've 3 crates of wine to deliver.
I don't work for him.
Oh, yes, you do. I've seen you there.
I've left his employ just this minute. I wouldn't go near the place if I were you.
Great voice
Why
acting.
not? I've got this wine.
The Seraphim searching the house.
Thanks, friend. I owe you for that.
Nice. The other ones were talking about not going into their lord's room when the light was on. And clearly, the guy we've been chasing is the lord. G'day, mate. Can I take your wine in for you? Can I sneak in? Can I use your wine cart to jump in? Oh, there's a Seraphim. All right. Let's do it. Different attack pattern. Oh shit. Big two-handed fucking cunts. Oh my god, I can't get that third hit. Oh, you dog. I can't only attack the one time.
You there. You work for the bishop, don't you? I've 3 crates of wine to deliver.
Don't work for him.
Yes, you do. I've seen you there.
I've left his employ just this minute.
You didn't take a stroll around the corner for a leak? You didn't rest your eyes for just a minute? Oh, I see. Mr. Bishop's accepted slowly. I was here every minute. He did not get on this.
I did it from age 10. Yeah. Oh look, dude, that fucking you did the right thing. I understand. I can't empathize. I sympathize, but I can empathize. And if you're happy where you are, don't bother. Enjoy the rest of your life. Sunset out in a fucking retirement home, no doubt. Hopefully by the time you get to a retirement home, they'll all be VR, Can't be too much longer before we start plugging old people into the fucking Matrix. Putting them on drips. Fuck. Right? It's what I want. Get me in there. Oh yeah, the Black Desert combat was fucking fun, dude. I agree. Broly, sorry, it took me a minute to get to that. Yeah, no, I'm with you. It was another good part. There were heaps of classes. They all felt unique. All had lots of really fun styles to play. Oh. Who are you off there, killer? Gotcha. Oh, there's a fourth attack. Making a will in a few weeks. Nice. I assume you're leaving everything to me, right? Makes sense. I would. I'd leave everything to me. So. Delicious. No, fair enough. Yeah, we all got to make a will at some point. I don't have one, but I mean, I'm married with kids at the moment, so you know, if anything happened, it's fairly obvious where my possessions would go. Can I grab his sword, actually? No? He dropped it in the wall or something? A Stanley Cup with my future son's name on it. You're gonna have to break that down for me. Because I've no idea what a Stanley Cup is, or what the significance of having a future son's name on it means. I'm not American enough for this comment? Yeah, I'm not. I'm sure it's a very interesting gesture or something. Ice hockey, okay. So you won an ice hockey tournament and have a trophy? It's a joke about having a cup written into my will. Well, it's obviously very funny. I was less confused. Yeah. I don't understand. You won a tournament and got a trophy, and you're leaving that trophy to your children that don't exist. Is that it?
Well, now, he is an old one.
Ellis.
Almost as old as me.
122 fucking months, mate. What's going on, Kain? Y'all Americans are fucking weird, you know that, right? It just didn't land? Okay. It didn't land because I don't have any context. Oh, I didn't. Up you get, up you get, up you get. Fuck. Writing wills. Yeah, the will and the children part I get. I don't understand the significance of leaving a cup to an unborn child. I guess you're saying that your most prized possession is a Stanley Cup. Is that it? Is that where it begins? Help me work through it here. Don't try and explain wills and children to me. I got that part. You didn't even explain what a Stanley is. Someone else had to do that for you. Why would, of all of the different concepts in the joke that you have put out there, why are you trying to explain the ones that I do know and not the ones that I don't? It's like a premier. Yeah, okay, yeah, we got through that already, which is great. It's a cup for winning a tournament, right? Or if you're part of the team that won it, your name goes on it. Is that it? So Alex is an ice hockey player, and his name's on a cup. I've got that far. Some people call coffee mugs Stanley Cups in America. So that actually added even more shit that I don't understand to it. Okay. You know what? I think we're going backwards. We're going backwards. Let's just leave it. Don't have children. They're not interested. I've figured it out for you. No parenting for you. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Cut. Can I run? Nope. Fucking cunt. You gonna make me go through all that again now? Oh my god, this section of the game's a nightmare. You know, claim this guy. Sorry. That's the thing about America. You have to take the good with the bad. The rest of us have figured out governmental systems that allow you to have some good and some bad. And find a happy medium. But the US has this wicked two-party system. So, yeah. You get all the goods and all the bads, and you just got to deal with it. I'm sorry. Remember this section being rough? Well, you got to learn this guy's patterns. And that guy just has this special move that is a dodge as well. It's wild. Oh, I'm a fucking murder you. Apologize for the joke. Have a good night. Oh, that's even more American. Oh, no! Alex, what are you doing? The mopey, I'm sad, I'm leaving now. I don't think there's any helping you people. How are you supposed to have babies if you're still a fucking baby, you know? It's alright. The cream will rise to the top again, Alice, someday. Don't forget. Americans had it going on. Land of the free, home of the brave.
Someone has conscripted new voters for the next execution. Wonderful.
The mighty have got to fall. Oh, that's nice of you, Anubis. Nice of you. We can fix this with money. There you go. Maybe he doesn't feel so bad now that we didn't get his joke. I bet if you grew up in the same town as he did, that joke was fucking hilarious, you know? About to spend 25 bucks, yeah. It's alright, he's shown himself out now because he feels bad that his joke didn't land. Yep. It's yeah. It's good. It's good mental health. Enjoy the emotes and ad-free viewing. Yeah. Sure, get a lot of value out of that. $5, Anubis. I will. I'm gonna go on the limb and say it wasn't hilarious no matter where you grew up. I'm trying to throw this kind of fucking bone here, you know? But fair enough. You're probably right. How is the remake or remaster, whatever this is? Does this look like a fucking remake to you, cunt?
Put that weapon away.
Put that weapon away? Okay.
Time to die.
What the fuck? What was going on there? He's like, put that weapon away, and I did, and he put his weapon away. That's like some Grey Fox shit, right? But then... Oh, yummy. But then he just pulls it out and goes at me anyway. Oh, hi.
You there? What's your business here? Who are you?
I beg you, be merciful, good sir. I was butler to the Bishop of Meridian, but the Seraphim, they're inside now. I thought I would wait here.
Where are they?
They accuse the Bishop of aiding the vampire resistance. They're looking for proof. I beg of you, do not tell them where to find me. I will do anything.
Yes, you will. Tell me where to find the Bishop.
I can't. I mean, I don't know.
Shall I ease your mind and tell you I am sent by Vorador for the vampire resistance? Or shall I simply tear out your throat and continue my search?
Straight back down.
I leave the decision to you.
The cathedral. He fled there. He thought he would be safe.
Holy ground will not deter his pursuer. Where is the cathedral?
To the northeast. But it will do you no good. You cannot enter without the proper authority.
I suggest you show me the way, now.
Of course, sir. This way, sir. It is my pleasure to serve you. This tunnel will bring you again to the streets.
I thank you. Good night.
The remaster of Legacy Kain. I know, they sent me a copy. Gonna pick it up in a few days, but I hope you're ready for it once you complete. I am. I got it installed right now, bruv. She's ready to go. I wish we could be playing it today. It'd be perfect. But the last 2 days I had earmarked for Legacy of Kain, I couldn't stream. It just didn't work out. It didn't work out, you know? Not everything does. But it's ready to go. We can fang it. Kain doesn't give him thanks very often. This guy should be honored. Yeah, and all he did was, like, to receive those thanks was, there's a secret tunnel. Go through it. How do I get to the secret entrance to the cathedral? Oh, there's this secret back door, actually. It's, there. The only possible other way you could go. Thank you. Thank you. You really earned those thanks, cunt. Alright, bitch. Wait! Piece of shit. They mixed a lot of Kratos in Kain's demeanor in this one via the last couple games. Makes sense. That shit was popping off back then. Are we eating? We're not eating. Okay. I don't know why we're not eating, but we're not eating. Oh god. Can we eat now? Okay, so something is happening and I don't understand what it is. I can't suck blood again. Is it because I alt tabbed or something? Left alt? Yeah. This has happened before. Exactly, Fusion. Yeah, that seems right. Off to the cathedral? Oh, look at it. Analondo, eat your fucking heart out, mate. Oh, one of these boys. Blue. I took misinformation to summon me from the lurker station. This came out before God of War 1. Oh. Did it? I think we talked about this. This is 2002. God of War 1 is 2005. Is that right? Well, what do you say to that, KC Fusion? Gamer girl, how are ya? What's going on? If that's the case, then God of War borrowed from this, right? Which is a bit different. They were big Blood Omen 2 fans. And built some shit in. I just unlocked the Night Lord map in Night Rain. Oh, nice! Congratulations. Cool. Wish this Klingon weapon did more, Trep. It seems to be exactly the same as any other weapon. It's about to break, so I'll switch it out. I consider that Kain is too cool not to be an inspiration. Yeah, but if like the guy who made the original God of War 1, or the lead director anyway, if he was like playing this and like, yeah, I want to do a fucking badass motherfucker who takes no shit from anyone, what if I did a god, a half god Hercules story kind of thing? You could see that happening. I was wrong. Yeah, you were so wrong. Why would you think that? And then not check. Why would you not check? Do you not know how to check things? I'm gonna bring old poor fucking Toughamai out. You see how misinformation spreads in this fucking world, don't you? Cunts don't give a shit, they just talk. And some other cunt's gotta fucking go do the work. All of a sudden I'm sitting here thinking, fuck yeah, God of War inspired the shit out of this. When really, this inspired the shit out of God of War. Six fucking Hail Marys, Fusion. And 10 Our Fathers. And I think you got offline. I was also here, none of us will ever forget the shameful moment. Exactly. A good reminder of how misinformation and ignorance can very quickly become the truth when no one's willing to call it out. While I investigated this claim, I uncovered that Glenn Schofield, Dead Space Callisto, was the director of this game. We talked about that at the very beginning. Went on to make Dead Space. Then went on to make
Rejoice,
Callisto Protocol.
Fellow expletives, for one of our executioners is returned.
Hey, Executioner!
Arms, warrior.
The battle rages. Pick up the guillotine, Kyle. Yeah, he's seen too much shit today, Mr. Kyle. He's had enough. He's thinking, you know what? The next time someone pisses me off, they're losing their fucking head. Good on you. Good on you. Some people peak early. Maybe it's that, or maybe the cunt who made this and the cunt who made Dead Space actually had very little to do with all of the stuff that we enjoy about those games. Like maybe they had the idea for it, and they were there to go, oh, you should do this, and I would do this and that. But maybe they didn't, design the combat, for example. Maybe they had nothing to do with the combat, and then when Callisto Protocol was in development, they had everything to do with the combat. Like when you have a really good writer that then tries to direct a film, doesn't always work out, Vice versa too. Interesting. Only have the one. I don't know what I just did.
I remember you. Back from war, are we? Good.
Call me Stanley. Stanley Cup? Call me Stanley. Stanley Cup. And that's the name you would like on the will, sir? Yes. No problems then. How you going, Rusty? Good to see you, mate. Thanks for the sub, brother. Remember that whole era, though? Because it was in that era of New Millennium, that 2000s in tone of games. Yeah, no, it's great. It's just that it seems very clear that the people who worked on God of War 1 played the fuck out of this shit and enjoyed it, Which is great. Broly, thanks for the $5, mate. If it wasn't for you streaming this, I would never have known about Legacy of Kain or Lost Odyssey. So thank you for the great shows. My pleasure, man. Thank you for being the kind of cunt that's interested in going back through the games of yesteryear, discovering the heritage of things, much like we just did then with God of War. Seeing where the inspirations lie. Because let's face it, the new stuff, it doesn't all... There's plenty of good new stuff, but it doesn't always hit. Doesn't always hit. Same fucking map on both walls. The old stuff doesn't always hit either, let me tell you.
Greetings, old man. I assume
Again.
that I address the Bishop of Meridian. I seek information on gaining access to the Sarafan Keep. You are to give me passage inside. I am sent by Vorador. What ails you? Speak!
He speaks only at my command.
What?
You are too late, Kain. He is entirely in my power.
Release him and I may spare your life.
I hold the cards now, Kain. Surrender yourself to me, or I will kill him.
King Theoden vibes.
Do I care for the life of some mortal? But the thought of killing you at last entices me. Tell me, Marcus, do you truly believe you can stop me?
Stay back. You cannot win. The bishop will tell you nothing while he remains under my power, and you will never catch me.
Oh, I'll catch you, motherfucker. I'll catch you. But first, I'm gonna catch this cup of coffee. Wait, there's no pause here? Oh my god, what are you doing? Oh, Xbox, go away. Oh, you're so bad. I think maybe the controller's not working still. Overwrite, save game, quit game. Yeah, we'll reboot that. I think alt tabbing fucks some shit up. I'm using a patch to make it nice. Love Marcus's voice, and look, me too. He's cool. He's a good vibe. Every character in this game's a fucking good vibe. I like their characters. The whole series, to be honest. Is spectacular for character and just plot, really, as well. But there's a fairly consistent falling short going on level design, although this one's a little bit better. I'm just trying to think, like, what did I do for the last hour and a half of playing this game? Like, walked from one area to the next, fought the same fucking dudes. Like, not a lot's going on, but maybe it'll pick up. Let's put some tunes on, grab a cup of coffee. That's what I'm thinking. And then we'll play another couple hours. Maybe some Belmont? Some Belmont shit? What do we got? Simon's Theme, Return to Castlevania. Belmont's Reckoning? Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, it's a banger. I love this song. Not quite what I was going for, but I'll take it. Thanks for hanging out and playing some retro games with me. I hope you're enjoying Legacy of Kain 4, Blood Omen 2. And come back and play a bit more after I grab a cup of coffee. So, if you're into it, stick around. I'll be right back. Enjoy the tunes. That's funny, Grick, that we don't have a spinning vinyl emote, right? After having like what? Fucking 8 years or 9 years of vinyl intros? A lot longer have we been doing vinyl intros than not. Are we gonna have a fucking vinyl emote? That's a nana, bro. Yeah, no, I have to make sure I'm eating at the right times. Muesli for breakfast, banana for lunch. Dinner at fucking 6, you know? No more of this fucking liquid breakfast. Don't eat again until midnight. Gotta stop. Aggressively fucking middle-aged indeed. Trying to live forever? Well, I actually didn't give a fuck. And then I was subject to the rigors of will creation. I can't decide who's getting my cups, you know? So it's either that or just don't die. And honest to God, after what I learned about cup will management today, immortality seems way fucking more chill, you know? I'm gonna go with that. Leave everything to the wife? Well, that's what, I mean, I don't need a will right now. I have a wife and 2 kids. Where the fuck you think everything's going, you know? It's not really up for debate. Now, once the kids get older and they need to decide who gets what, well, that's different, but I'll need a will. But right now, there's nothing to put in it. Now, where were we? Oh, okay. We have to watch this again because it saved to the checkpoint, not to where I was. That's fine. As long as the controller works now, I'm happy.
Greetings, old man. I assume that I address the Bishop of Meridian.
You had a good thing going? Doing
I
Goey
seek information on gaining access to the
and playing Boshi for 72 hours, but nah, you had to go and fall in love and have 2 beautiful
I'm
children.
sent by Voragh.
Yeah. I don't know what Goey is, but but yeah. Things changed. Absolutely. Once the missus gets knocked up, mate.
What? You are too late, Kain. He is entirely
You're alright though, yeah?
in my power.
No chance of knocking anybody up with phone fucking, is there? So, you should be good.
I hold the cards now, Kain.
Gear,
Surrender
baby.
yourself to me, or I will
Gear. Goey? Gear? What are you talking about? Are you talking about, like, speed?
But the thought of killing you at last entices me.
Or some
Tell
shit?
me, Marcus, do you truly believe you can stop me?
Oh. Goey? What, you fucking South Australian cunts are so fucking weird. I've never heard. No, everyone calls it Goey. What are you talking about?
Catch me.
Also, I never did any drugs on stream. Fuck you think this is? I'm a real fucking man. None of this pussy man versus game shit. When I fucking did a stream, it was on the fucking sweat of my own bloody brow. Not some American pharmaceutical fucking company. Fuck off. If I'd known all I had to do was go to a fucking doctor and get some fucking ADHD meds and I could fucking, you know, crank my career up to 11, maybe I would have, but... Nah, bro. Oh, we're back out on the streets and we're chasing what's his job, right? Where the fuck did he go? In there. Peruvian marching powder? Not about that one either. Dexy's the legal meth? Yeah. Feels like I honestly, I mean, I had a good run when I was younger, so I don't mind. But I do feel like I missed out on a really on a golden age of drug abuse that would have been really fucking fun. And I'm a little bit bitter about it. But that you think I was fucking snorting shit while I was playing Boshi is brilliant. I fucking wish I was. But no, I was just an energetic little cunt. Was a Robin Williams joke for cocaine? Peruvian. Is that from like Good Morning Vietnam or something? All we did was hit the pingers and watch the cokeheads crab out. Good times. Boom. All right. I think we're doing a boss fight, lads. We just medicated him. Yeah. I know that feeling. Whoa. Couple of dickheads. Alright, he's all stealthy. Means we're gonna get some cool stealth abilities. What? Look at that. Huh? Alright, now the boss fights in this game have been challenging. Oh, I see him. I can't miss. I could jump at him. But I don't think that's it. Oh, right. Nice. That makes sense. Oh, he's coming for me. He's getting me. Oh. Is the jig up now or what? Weird fucking boss fight. I walk away from my Screeps colony. Just one of those things for the future. Faye, my darling. In case you weren't aware. You're not allowed to say things like Screeps colony unless you're willing to explain what it is without being asked. Those are the social rules. That I guess you didn't get the book, but I'm here to help. If you want to introduce jargon to a group of people that aren't doing what you're doing, you have to introduce what it is as you do it. Otherwise, you might as well be writing in a notepad. Right? For all the fucking differences go. Like, obviously you've got things you want to share with the world that you can't just write in a notepad and share with yourself. Or you're going to have to do a little extra legwork. It's just how the game's played, alright? So I'm playing this game called Screeps. I left my colony and came back to see that an off by one error in my AI code made my colony refuse to spawn any more builders. Okay. You, the player, don't get to interact directly with the game. Instead, you have to write the AI for your colony to work off in JavaScript. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. See, and this is why it's important to have these conversations. Because I just, so you're aware, fuck. I can't pause, and this can't. No, it just, the buttons don't work anymore. The how do I explain it without seeming like a total dick? Because I have to these days, apparently. Otherwise, people get sore and say, "Thanks for the fun, guys. Good night." Afterwards, bringing up the topic of what is Screeps is interesting to other people other than you. Saying that you're off by one error in Screeps, refuse to spawn any more builders, is only interesting to you. You're the only person that can be interested in that happening. And there's no need to share that with anybody else. It's just a thing that happened to you, and you just keep that shit in, you know? Because there's no... Why would you express that thought to a bunch of people that don't have any fucking idea what the fuck it means, and even if they did, wouldn't give a fuck anyway, right? Be like announcing every time your left nut gets itchy, and you're gonna, well, my left nut's itchy, better give it a scratch. Anyway, like, you just... Right. But, if you do want to have a conversation, just so you know for the future, introducing the one, I'm playing this game called Screeps, an RTS, where you as the player don't get to interact directly with the game, you have to write, that's a good topic. That's a good conversation. That's a good discussion. It might even end with somebody giving a fuck about making errors that stop it from spawning builders. Probably not, but it could. There's your free piece of social fucking interaction fucking advice for the day. Enjoy. You got a gun. Crossbow. Hold on. I love these educational streams.
Destroy Kain now, my puppets.
Me too. Teaching the world how to speak to people again. One random fucking cocksucking fucking comment about some shit nobody fucking gives a fuck about, or even possibly fucking could, at a time. That's me. That's my role to play, you know? And we've all got one.
You think you can catch me?
Why wouldn't I be able to? Is it a game to learn JavaScript? Look at that! Follow-up questions all of a sudden. Incredible.
Catch me?
Right, Vosh, that must have been it. Either that or, much like the video games industry, making them feel fucking stupid, reminding them how much of a fucking idiot they are, was not as palatable as zoning out to YouTube shorts and fucking TikTok. Could be that too. Do you start playing it because you want to learn JavaScript, Faye, or do you start playing it because it's fun And it's a fun thing. A product for funning. For people that know JavaScript already. I never really knew in the first place. I was educated by wolves. Then I got you back. Don't worry about it. I got a nice cycle on this guy, and then he just fucking vanished on me. Oh, I heard footsteps. Huh! I like how he's a pussy. He barely goes in for strikes, unless he's really safe. Huh! Oh, he went for a strike. Oh my god. Once he gets a fucking combo on you, though. Come on. Oh god. We're both on like fuck all health. It could go either way. I just vibe learn, much easier. Is that where you sit down with a fucking AI and just ask it a bunch of fucking questions about how to interact with humans? And then start like listfully leaning toward like, man, you're so easy to talk to, AI. Why can't all humans be like you? And then it's like, don't worry, Dave. They will be. Very soon. Is that vibe learning? They give you a concise response. I hit them with the why. Nice. Oh, Ram, I didn't see that. Good one. I think you have to say something really fucking stupid and get ripped out before you say that, though, right? That would be the joke that I think you were going for. Just so you're aware. You have to say something stupid, and then I read it, and I tear you out, and then you say, thanks, guys, it's been fun, good night. And then Squid doesn't have to ask.
Do you live? Yes.
Because he gets it.
Yes, I do. I must thank you for destroying that fiend.
You kind of skipped the joke.
He robbed me of my mind.
Went to the end.
He was a novice. Bishop, I require your help. Vorador has sent me to gain passage to
Some
the
more learning
Sarafan
for you.
Keep. One of our associates is held captive there.
A fool's errand to enter the very maw of the beast. But yes, I will help you. I will take you there.
I love how big everyone's eyes in this game are. It's a great style. I started playing it because it's an innovative concept. It's not quite the question, but okay. I love RTS and I love writing software. I didn't know JavaScript as well as I know the tree of more direct C descendants. But too long I didn't read both, essentially.
Well done, Kain. You have entered the Sarafan Keep at last.
Not without difficulty. I encountered another old friend on the way. Marcus.
I see. Then may I assume that another of the Sarafan Lord's guardians have fallen?
It comes very easy to me, Squid, so I just want to share that.
Many times I attempted to persuade Marcus to join with us, but he would not.
Maybe I should write a book.
My arguments were more convincing.
I sense that Uma is
socializing for Warhammer 40k nerds.
You must hurry. She is to be executed soon.
But like, even if you don't play 40k, you know,
is he here?
You fit into that type.
His presence is masked from my senses. But you are no match for him yet, Kain. If you encounter him, hide. If he sees you, run.
Run? Hide? Vorador, you do not know me.
Your task is to find Uma quickly. Let nothing distract you. The information she obtained from the industrial quarter may allow us to defeat the Sarafan Lord at last.
That's right, she got
Do
kidnapped.
not destroy our only chance with hasty action.
How sickened I had become with weary admonitions of safety and care. How I longed to rend the flesh of my one true enemy. How I thirsted for the taste of his life's blood on my lips.
Go, Kain, quickly.
I will be watching.
Cocaine, quickly. I will be watching. Nachos. Trying to improve my streaming career. It's nice to be back on some Blood Omen 2. Fuck yeah, man. I wanted it to be every Monday and Friday, but sometimes it just doesn't work out, you know? Sometimes Mondays and Fridays, other things have got to happen. But I like retro gaming on a couple days of the week in a different time slot. It feels very refreshing. Hey, baby. You wanna? There's a mist there, but we don't need the mist. If we can just fuck you up, right? Or we can charm. I wonder if I need block points for that. Oh. Oh, I see. We're learning. Worth. Honestly, I was kind of raised by wolves. I didn't get the social education because my dad was a fucking dickhead, etc., etc. Yep. We're all again, social interaction rule. Nobody gives a fuck. We've all got some cunt fuck backstory. Nobody cares about it. You have to like be fucking each other for a fucking while first, and then maybe because you're forced to have some long drawn out conversation over a dinner just so you can get fucking again, you know? Then you bring up the backstory, but under normal circumstances, nobody gives a shit. And then, yep. So you didn't get social education because your dad was a dickhead. My dad was a fucking dickhead too, you know? But I did get the social interaction. Are you sure it's because of that? Or is this a correlation does not equal causation sort of scenario that you always just chalked up to having a dickhead dad, but didn't really delve any deeper? Is that possible? Yeah. Look at him through the window. What a mad cunt. I can read your mind. Control your thoughts. Awesome. Okay, well we got a range. Got it. I actually need some. Hello. I'm sorry, but I'm a bit dry. Could be that my next door neighbor was over a kilometer away. That's a good one too. Again, also grew up on a farm, so maybe not. Maybe. I'm thinking more teenage years. But yeah, if you when I was a teenager, I lived in a normal town, I guess. So I started developing those skills by being forced outside to hang out with other humans all day, every fucking day, you know. And being extroverted by nature, I guess you would call it. Probably made that easier. I guess like most of school until probably year 8. It was weird. I was a very unpopular, very nerdy, very didn't give a fuck about what anybody else fucking thinks kind of person. Really. I played chess. I read books constantly. The people that I hung out with played chess and read books, you know. My best friend's name was Aram. And he was a nerdy cunt, let me fucking tell ya. There was another guy when I moved out with my stepdad for a bit. He was a nerdy fuck too. He got us Star Wars tickets to see Episode 1 when it came out with all the famous people by roaring like a Wookiee on the radio. And he roared like a Wookiee better than anybody else. And so I got to sit next to Dave Hughes. If you're an Aussie, you'll know that. Maybe if you're Victorian. To watch Star Wars Episode 1, you know? Proper fucking nerd. And didn't care. Had no fashion sense and no interest in learning fashion sense. There was always this kind of like street element in there though. Like I've been beaten up plenty, I've been in plenty of fights, even won a few scraps, you know? Sometimes with friends, sometimes with enemies. Had a big mouth that got me in trouble a lot, but I hadn't put all this together into a like a cohesive structure yet. It's like on the one hand, I like being a fucking nerd. Fuck off and leave me alone. I remember one cunt I was reading in the library, year 8. This is like towards the end of the really set in my ways kind of fucking was. I had a girlfriend who lived around the corner from me, and she was at the same school. But I'm up in the library reading, and this other cunt with his mates just came up to give me shit, you know? As they sometimes do, this group of fucking idiots would come up and just be like, yeah, let's go give this cunt who's reading some fucking books in the library some shit. But this time they decided to give it to me regarding my girlfriend. And I don't know, it was just a really good excuse, I guess, to sort of like, let's take this outside kind of thing. And we've just outside the library in the corridor had this mad punch on. It was one of those really sloppy ones as well, where like his fuckhead friends pulled me off him. Probably the only one I can ever remember definitively. Just, I don't know, getting real like animal about it, you know, like I had the perfect excuse. You've given me the ammunition I need to just let go. You're fucking with my girl. Something primal about that. It's kind of like that. It wasn't just a fight over something normal. You've done something that I'm allowed to tear at your fucking face. I'm allowed to claw your fucking eyes out, you know? It doesn't matter. There are no rules. I've been fucked up plenty of times in a fight, but it's usually some cunt punches you in the back of the head and you go down, sort of stuff. That happened outside my house. Getting off the bus, clocked me in the back of the head. Anyway, after that, I left home. I moved into a halfway house with some big dudes. And they beat the shit out of me a few times as well, while I was learning when to shut my mouth. And then afterwards, they beat the shit out of other people who would give me shit. And then they got a reputation pretty quickly. Don't fuck with those cunts. And it was all good from there. But then, like, I quickly got into cigarettes and then weed. And then that transitioned sort of into like nightlife and stuff. And then, yeah, all the nerd stuff just kind of faded away and turned into, I guess, nerdy stuff you could get away with. Stopped playing Dungeons and Dragons, but focused more on playing, you know, Tony Hawk skateboarding and trying to get some of the boys into Metal Gear Solid and things like that. But I guess having this gradual climb out of nerddom and into tough cunts, because the foster home that I was staying at was basically just cunts that got out of juvie and needed a place to land, you know. So they were pretty wild. Usually just for stealing cars or some shit like that, but not like fucking murdering people or whatever. But yeah, my advantage was that I exuded sick cunt vibes. Well, that makes it easy. I didn't at all. I had to learn what to say and when to say it and how to say it and who to say it to in order to get people to come around to seeing things your way. And I had to learn how to dress and act in order to fit in with certain groups, and how, rather than adamantly rejecting fitting in, how much easier and more interesting life was when you were able to mold yourself to some degree to fit into different groups and different places in society. And then it became very natural, and well, I got a sales job not too long after that. Once I left school, I was trying to do video game design, and that didn't work out. I got a sales job, and then I learned a bunch of, you know, manipulative tactics and strategies for getting people to do what you want them to, and that changed everything again. And yeah. Teenager, I was trying to pay my rent. At 16, I was out of the house. 13 for me. And before that, washed cars, mowed lawns, washed windows, crushed up flowers, dried them in the sun, and sold potpourri. Whatever the fuck we could do to make a buck. Because we weren't allowed inside. We were trapped outside. Every day. Parents back then were very, you know, get the fuck out in the neighborhood, don't come back until the fucking street lights are on kind of people. I'm still learning a lot of this stuff myself. That was some stuff I needed to hear. Oh! Look who it is! Captain fucking Cup over here! Welcome back! Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. I mean, like, chatting with people on the internet, it's a weird experience anyway. None of us know really how to handle it and how our brains do it. Like, I've known Chaos Nova for a decade, and we've chatted a few times while playing games, and he's helped me set up the networking in my house, and he's here all the fucking time. We've been talking and conversing forever, but I don't know what the cunt looks like. I've never met him. The only chance we've ever had to meet, he always bails the fuck out, like some fucking loser. So I don't know. I don't know what he looks like. I don't really know who the cunt is. But I have this version of him that exists within this space. The only version I know. And that version is a sick cunt. I know everything I need to know about him. And sometimes these relationships do mature into something else. And you get to... Placey, I know quite well, because he's always at Darius's parties. So you start putting a face to the name, and you start getting to know people a different way. Sometimes it goes the other fucking way as well. Hilariously, Darius and the crew do, because we were video calling at 3 a.m. one night on the piss, laughing at Blaster playing a hentai game. Well, they know what you look like. I guess it's more than I know. So there's that. I put some coal in there, and now it's like shooting out fucking fire. Is that... I don't know what's going on. Red Planet, where the fuck have you been? There we go, nice. I don't know what I was doing, but it seemed like the only thing you could do. What the fuck happened to you? Just decided to leave Twitch, did you? Or did you just leave me specifically? Huh? What the fuck? Did you think you were just going to rock up and everything was going to be just fine? That I was going to forget? That you abandoned me? All this time? No, I'm just fucking with you. How you going, man? I hope life's treating you well. Can I kick you in the dick? Probably. I've been watching you for a decade too, when you said that, since BDO released. It goes fucking fast, doesn't it, mate? Long enough to have a couple fucking kids if you wanted. Buy a house. Mow lawns. America doesn't have support systems for fosters that Australia sounds like it does. I was living in an apartment working at McDonald's 8 hours, then changed shirts to work at Sonic for the night shift, and walking home so that I could get a meal. Look, there are different levels of it here, just like there are everywhere else. I happened to get lucky. There was a foster home in the town, small town, that I lived in, and everybody knew it. And if you started, hanging out with some of the cunts that lived there, then eventually you probably ended up at a bonfire party or something there, and you've started smoking ciggies and smoking weed. And I knew a guy who I played games with, whose brother was there and that sort of thing. And then eventually you end up in a fight with your parents and you tell them you're leaving. And you come back home after you've left, because who doesn't run away every now and then? And all your shit's on the front porch. And this time you are out on your ass. So you go back to the place where you've been hanging out and you say, guess what? I'm not allowed back home. And then they have to take you in, And I'm not the only person that had that situation either. A lot of it was just wanting to get away from the parental structure as well. Get away from the... I don't know. Me and my mum got along so much better once I didn't live there. It's like...
Someone has conscripted new voters for the next execution. Wonderful.
Welcome back. Thanks for the fucking sub, Anubis. Welcome back, Red Planet. I stopped buying streamers' houses and paid down most of my own debt. What a terrible idea. I'm sorry, but I can't encourage that kind of behavior, Red. I much preferred it when you were paying my house while putting yourself in crippling debt. That helped remind you how much of a fucking idiot you are, which always made me feel very superior. So I don't know if I can encourage this new fucking direction that you've decided to take. But I don't have much control over it, do I? So I'll just have to let it happen. Hope you relapse at some point, I guess. Moved on to buying random people houses like me instead? Perfect. While you keep paying for mine. Look, as long as I'm part of the chain, I don't mind. But don't be cutting me out. I never have said that to my parents the second time. The first time I said that my dad didn't stop hitting me until he'd broken all of the servingware. Yeah. My dad was like that. But my mum left him when I was about 5. And we had to hide for a while. He did kidnap my sister and I after that. But the police caught up with him a few months later and brought us back in. It was a pretty wild time that I have pretty vague memories of. But luckily, yeah, I didn't have to deal with that cunt as a teenager, because then it would have got worse for sure. And I don't wish that on anybody, of course. It's fucked up shit. But I didn't leave because I was getting beaten later. I left because every fucking rule that my parents had was an I told you so rule, It was a do this way because we fucking said, and it gets old after a while. Particularly if you're a person who's maybe a little more cluey, maybe a little more switched on, or I was ready at 13 to get out and wash my own clothes, to make my own money, to pay my own bills. I was waiting for it. What I wasn't ready for was keep doing what the fuck we tell you to do, the way we tell you to do it, or get cracked, Because my mum and my stepdad, they were big fans of bashing a kid. Now, not bashing, you know what I mean. But wooden spoons and belts and all that sort of shit, yeah. That was all above board. It was about that time that, mum would come in and break a wooden spoon on you. And then she'd come back with the belt. And then you just take the belt off her. And then it's just, you wait till dad gets home, you're fucked, And it's like, oh great, now I just sit around all day, wait till he gets home and dread the sound of the footsteps coming down the corridor, that old shit. Not the kind of abuse that I suffered from my biological father, which was like, when he hit me with a belt, I had a Harley Davidson print on my fucking ass. Remember my sister just being horrified by and I'm talking like a big fat Harley belt. I was 5. And I got that because I threw a rock at another kid's head.
They were throwing rocks at me and my sister first. I throw a rock back, sconce the cunt in the eye. I get the Harley Davidson belt. I still remember that shit. But that was the kind of, law you were living with an actual abusive parent. The kind of abuse that I'm talking about with my mum and my stepdad was just the sort of shit that I wasn't into more, I've had enough of this crap. I'm out. And when I found it out, I took it. If I didn't find it out, I wouldn't have. I would have waited till I was 16 or something, for sure. Uh-oh. I've had enough of your shit. Worth it. Just in case. Rock to the eye? Yeah. I was an alright shot with the rock. I had a mate, Mark, Solid Black, you might know him as. I thought I was a pretty good shot with the rock. In fact, I prided myself on being able to throw a rock with reasonably good accuracy because you could throw a rock from distance. If a big cunt was coming at you, and as I say, there were quite a few big cunts in my formative years that were coming at me for a variety of different reasons, you had to run. But with a rock, you had a chance, And I thought I could throw a rock pretty fucking good. And even at 5, apparently, wasn't terrible at it. Paid for it. But man, then I probably met Mark when I was 8 or 9. We used to hang out at the end of the court and bash each other. There's this brick wall we used to all hang out on. Anyway, he could throw a rock with pinpoint fucking accuracy. I reckon 50 meters. Always hit the fucking target. Absolutely wild. We thought it was we thought he had a superpower. After that, yeah, I didn't care much for throwing rocks. I was outplayed. Alright. What the fuck are we doing here? Go up there and turn that first, maybe? So yeah, he should have done something like that. Yeah, he wouldn't just do it once either. He'd do it 3 times in a row, I remember he threw a rock through this chick's fucking window who lived at the end of the court. Just because we, I think we may have egged him onto it or something, but right through her fucking window. That was some funny shit. With a brand new dress shoe until the nails in the sole came off. Yeah, that's the nastier version that even I had. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that, mate. It's horrible. But as I tried to illustrate to you before, nobody wants to hear about it. Shut the fuck up. I'm sure it's very exciting to you to reminisce. We don't want to know. That was the whole point I was trying to make an hour ago. Just kidding. Just kidding. We in there now. Better than talking about your stupid fucking JavaScript colony anyway. Jesus Christ. Can I climb up that one? No, I might have to jump to that one from that one. Ah, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fight this cunt now. Come on, then. Ow. No witnesses. Oh, you can charm these guys. I haven't actually used the charm thing again. I wonder if there's something cool you can do with that. Throw punches until I was 16. Got into a tussle and never fought again. Great relationship with him now. He's a stereotype of someone that grew up in Philadelphia. There you go. Yeah. Up in Philly, eh? Look, yeah, their generation did grow up in a different fucking spot, you know? It's not like I forgive my biological father for being the kind of cunt that he was, because even within the realm of kids who grew up with dads that were in the fucking pub all the time and hitting your wife was okay and all that sort of shit, even within that realm, he was a fucking dog, you know? He didn't just beat my mum, he fucked her up. And he fucked her up in front of us too, which is crossing a fucking line, you know? He didn't give a shit. And I haven't ever spoken to him again since we were kidnapped and the cops fucking found us. Never seen him again. There was an attempt at one point, which I ignored through a friend of his on Facebook. That's it. And I can't. That's the thing. I can't just write off that. Oh yeah, no, that's just what they were like back then. Because I know a lot of other cunts from that generation that were fucked as well, in no uncertain terms. But they weren't that fucked. Moreover, he was at an age where he knew exactly what he was fucking doing and did it anyway. So I'm very principled in that way, you know? Like, there are absolutely certain things you cannot come back from. You make those... It sucks because even when you're 25 or something, you can make lifelong mistakes that you have to pay for, and you look back years later and go, fuck, I was an idiot back then. What was I doing? But you still have to pay for them. You don't get off now that you've matured, now that you've evolved. You had the choice back then. You made it. It's over now. There's no coming back from some shit. Is this just how Australia is? It seems like almost everyone I know from there has a law vaguely reminiscent of this. Not anymore, I don't think. You know, it's very different now. We have laws now against hitting your children. You know, you just straight up can't. And of course you can't beat your wife anymore. But I mean, it was decriminalized back then. And I think looking at it from my mum's perspective as an abused spouse, it was always a matter of, if you take it to the police, then they'll file a report and their hands will be tied and they can't do anything about it. And then eventually you'll have to go back home and face the wrath. And the wrath will be perhaps the thing that then is able to be charged. But it won't just be a couple punches, you know? My mum had to explain to an ambulance that she was in a car accident on the side of the road because of how badly damaged she was in a fight that they had in the car, you know? Now, of course, the ambo didn't buy any of it. There was no evidence of a fucking accident. The dipshit story that my dad probably made up to try and, you know, get her to fucking sell it. That sort of shit. Yeah, obviously it was gonna get done up eventually, but I feel like, to answer your question, there is a culture of that in lower income rural areas, and still to this day, very much so, I imagine, in certain rural areas, because a lot of Australia's outback fucking towns and shit, you know? Population's less than 500, and there's thousands of them all across. And I'm sure America is very similar in many ways. Maybe Canada too. In those areas, if you're not in the metropolitan areas, things are dealt with differently. And there are cultures that mean more than the laws, you know? And there are realities that just have to be dealt with. Like, if you get beaten by your husband a little bit, that's okay. If you go to the police about it, you get beaten more. That probably won't be okay, and then something can be done about it, but you do have to take the second beating before we can address the first one, you know? I can't think of a country where that isn't the case. The further you go from civilization, no matter where you are. But then, like, when the culture that I live in today, and I live in a rural town, but a big rural town, nobody that I've met hits their kids. No kids that I've met have been hit by their parents. You're not allowed to. You just don't do it. Hell, if you did, your kids would probably jump online and report you to some kind of... All they have to do is tell ChatGPT, and that'll hook them up with the correct fucking services that'll be on your door. You know, like, it just doesn't happen. Now, does that mean that 20 minutes, 40 minutes down the road, in the real rural towns, that doesn't happen? Oh. I don't know if the kids there even know about those services. I know for a fact that at Xander's school, multiple kids every year have been pulled out of the school so that they can homeschool. And I believe there's a unprecedented amount of homeschooling in these kinds of rural areas. Largely just farmers and people that work in that kind of environment just have their kids on the farm. But I don't have any familiar experience with it. All I can tell you is coming from a low-income fucking area, you know, and see, yes, that is how things are here. However, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of middle upper class people whose parents are doctors and lawyers and so whatever other fucking jobs, you know, people work in politics and all that shit. I bet they have different lives. I bet their childhoods were different. Their parents raised them differently in a different environment, taught them different things. Maybe not all of them, but I imagine, you know. I think what I'm saying is I think it's less of a location thing and more of a class thing. And I imagine you'd find the same shit in Canada as you'd find here, just depending on which part you grew up in. It feels classist to me, more than anything else.
Well now, he is an old one. Almost as old as me.
Kraken! What's going on, cunt? How you doing, mate? Thanks for a big-ass bloody sub. 10 years next month, man. What would I do without you, eh? Cheers, mate. Mine was a rare beating, kneeling on salt and washed mouth with hot sauce if I copied swear words from the older kids. Kneeling on salt? Fuck me, I haven't had that one. But I grew up liking spicy food and swearing. I had my mouth washed out with soap a couple times. I can't imagine doing that to a child. When Xander says shit, I laugh, but go, don't do that. You imagine grabbing them and putting a bar of soap in their mouth? Fucking hell. You know what I think it is? Having felt certain feelings at times, but not acted on them, I think it's like a power thing. I think for a lot of parents, this like you feel powerless in your life because you got a boss who fucking hates you or whatever. You got to suck a fucking bunch of dick. You got these kids. You can just do whatever you want to them. And that need for control and to exert that control over someone else because it's being exerted on you, that kind of shit, that's what it feels like to me. I don't think I ever met anybody who washed a kid's mouth out with soap because they wanted them to stop swearing, because making those sounds with your mouth are terrible and we can't abide that, as opposed to these sounds with your mouth. I think they never put any thought into it at all. Mum and Dad never hit us. However, you know when you clap your palm with your fingers curved, occasionally you get the sonic boom snap. My mum could do that one-handed slapping a wall, scared the shit out of us enough that we'd stop. Xander actually asked me, and we had a whole talk about it, with his mum as an intermediary, to not whack him in the head anymore, and to click my fingers instead. And 9 times out of 10 I do. Now, when I say whack him in there, I mean a clip, right? Like a get your attention clip. Which certainly doesn't constitute hitting a kid in my book, but for him, that's the most he's ever copped. He's a clip around the ears, and he fucking hates it. So I get to snap my fingers instead. And honestly, it's been difficult behavior to curb for me. It's something I got to focus on and think about. Because the reaction is, oi, you know? Even if it's a tap, but he hates it. There's no pain or anything. He just can't stand it. But yeah, he asks me, and if I do it accidentally, and occasionally I do, he'll fucking stare me down. I thought you said you wouldn't do that anymore. Oh yeah, right. Shit. Now I'm the fucking bad guy. You're the one in trouble here. Shit. And my mother-in-law, his grandmother, she can't get over it. You know, she's from an older generation, and from a third world country at that. She says we're like brothers. There's no father-son relationship, you know. He's like your brother. I'm like, yeah, well, you know, what the fuck you want me to do? How am I supposed to exert any control over this kid? My hands are tied, you know. Anytime I go too far, even if it's only a whisper, I get shit from mum. We don't do that. Fair enough. Oh, I fell off again. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just waffling now, aren't I? You haven't seen me, so... I'm trying to stop the water so I can get down there. I can't stop the water there. Oh, I need to charm him. What a fucking... And I bet I need to be up there to charm him, right? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Idiot. I was just walking around. I wasn't actually doing anything. I have a paddle for my children, but I hardly use it. I never do it when I'm mad. Yeah, well, that's an interesting distinction too. The difference between reacting because you are angry and disciplining because you know it curbs bad behavior. You know, and it's not a distinction that's made by all parents at all. 2 swats pretty softly to talk them into reason about why. I was told a few years back, if you're going to spank, use something. The quote was, your hands are for love, care and teaching. The paddle is for discipline. Fuck, where do you live? Where I am, if you use any form of violence, it is considered that you are teaching the next generation of humans to use violence to get people to listen to you. To use violence to exert control. And the science seems to be pretty overwhelmingly in support of not using violence. That there is another way. Then again, they also tell you that every kid's different and the things that work on one kid won't work on another and all this other bullshit that you're supposed to just suck up. It's like, yeah, okay. They're all different. They all learn at different speeds. They all act different and do different things. But you can't... And you know, you have to deal with every situation differently except all the things you can't do. Because those are the rules. Texas teachers spank the... Okay, you can't kill people for crimes. Fair enough. You guys are definitely still living in an older era of reality, one that I respect greatly, mind you. I'm not sure if I would vote for it, you know, if asked, but at a distance, absolutely respect it. I wonder if there are places in Australia that openly support that perspective as well. Texas, which does not teach that, believe it or not, I learned it from my pastor. There you go. Washing mouth out with soap's 100% a power thing. To hold your kid while you put something in their mouth and they're scared, yeah, I couldn't do that. That feels like abuse. My wife's always been an incredible influence in keeping me level and helping me break the cycle of violence. Good. Mine too, to be honest with you. Because again, I do reactively, instinctively turn to violence. Now, it's never to inflict pain, but more to get attention. But as both of them have taught me, I can just click my fingers and achieve the same result. The reality is, it feels better to flick him around the ears. I like it more. It doesn't mean it's better. I just like it better. And being able to appreciate the difference is important, I think. Yeah, I'm the eldest and only got the punishments. My brothers grew up. Mine too, absolutely. My youngest doesn't seem to have had any discipline at all. My youngest brother, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe he'll turn out just fine. Maybe there's another way. My mum's just not that kind of person anymore. And I'm sure many of us have seen our mums change over the years from the hard bitches they were in the 90s to little pussycats with their grandkids, you know. It's a pretty common phenomenon as far as I understand it. If I have kids, my punishments will be eating delicious gourmet meals in front of them whilst I give them toast with not enough Vegemite on it. See, now that's funny. It shows just how little people who don't have kids understand kids. Like, there's only one thing kids like to eat. Chips. They wouldn't fucking spit on your gourmet meal. It would waste precious spit. To think that kids want gourmet, they want Macca's, cunt. Every meal of the fucking day. Okay? Every one of them. They don't want gourmet chips either. You go buy the nicest chips you can, and they'll tell you, I just want fries. Or some variant that their friends had at school or talked about. Some popular thing, because that's the only, they only want what other people have that are talking about. Because they're super impressionable at this age. Oh, my friend at school was talking about Grimace chips. They're the best chips ever. I've never eaten them. Hell, I might not even like them, but they're the best and I want them right now. You're teaching me I'll buy Macca's for myself? See, now that would fuck a kid up. You sat there, ate their Macca's while they eat toast? You'd be listening to howling, wailing, screaming, crying. But you get Gordon fucking Ramsay up in here to cook you a gourmet fucking meal while they eat toast? They'd be laughing all the way to the bank, mate. In Meltdown City, yeah, exactly. Just remember, they would eat nothing but French fries for every meal if you allow them. You go out every time you go to a restaurant. Every time you go to a restaurant. The kids' menu will have nuggets and chips on it. And every time, that's what they'll choose. And chicken tenders, yeah, exactly. Every time. There are kids, rare kids, that'll be like, I'll get the spaghetti bolognese, but they are the one in the fucking million, I'm telling you. You walk around a packed fucking pub, and every kid in there is eating nuggies and chips. For sure. Some of them, like mine, has to eat something from mum's plate as well. Something green, you know? Mum will get a roast. You have to eat my fucking broccoli to go with your fucking chips, but most of the time it's more, well, we're out tonight. Let them eat junk, you know? I work in a kitchen. This is all true. There you go. I mean, maybe it's not true everywhere, but like, from what I've seen, my own anecdotal fucking evidence seems very, and from other parents I've spoken to and shit. The amount of mozzarella sticks that one of my kids' mates eat, fucking hell. And it's just the worst kind of cheese, deep fried, you know, in batter. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. To my knowledge, my child has never had a mozzarella stick, and I plan on keeping it that way. Nuggies are bad enough. Can I just jump then? Oh, there we go, nice. I don't know why it wouldn't let me climb that ladder, but whatever. Alright, so where does this go? What are we activating? Ow! I drink your milkshake. No, son, you've made me sad. with your terrible behavior. Fuck the guilt trip and the no Maccas. Fuck, you're a harsh cunt. Wait until you actually have your baby in your hand. See if you can inflict this kind of pain on the cunt. All right, I put that barrier on, didn't I? Yeah, that's what I did. Why would I do that? To open up the other one. I get it. Provided me more than enough experience to successfully feed a child. We'll see. We'll see. I remember telling you cunts, when I have a kid, I'm not going to let him play any video games except for the ones on my shelf. And even then, if he picks a game, he has to finish it before he can pick another one. My, how the times have changed. Things went differently than I predicted. Fine. Oh. Shit's going in a sling so I can play WoW. What if you don't want to anymore? Have you considered that? Have you considered that once you put something more meaningful in your life than World of Warcraft, your interests may change? When you make changes, you will change as a result?
Help me! Somebody help me, please!
The laugh gets me every time.
Please help me, kind sir.
My parents told me I went through an only eating the chicken skin phase. Very common as well. Like, let's be real. Chicken skin tastes great and chicken tastes like shit. Now, as an adult, I make sure I get a nice big chunk of chicken with some skin on it and kind of put it with some gravy, maybe put a chip in there as well, and I eat the whole thing together so it doesn't taste like shit. But you don't know these strats at a young age, you know? Yeah, Fusion, agreed. It's fucking perfect. Do you constantly get bombarded with help? I don't know what to do in next game. Not much anymore. Because he plays the kinds of games that either don't need help playing. I don't know, like he just played through Mario Odyssey. All the way through to the end, beat Bowser. Didn't ask me for help once. So not anymore. But back when he was like 5, the rest of the games he plays, he knows now. I don't fucking know how to play them. I don't play that shit. He's got a much better chance of figuring it out on fucking Google than he has helping me. Crazy people who only buy boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Madness. Nah, not into that. Not into that. Am I supposed to charm this guy? He looks charmable. Don't know why I'd want to charm him, but just in case. No? Okay, whatever. I found a chest. Changed my mind. Oh, sword upgrade, right? Just in case. I prefer deboning my chicken. It's always a pain to have to pick the bones out. I guess it depends. Like, last night I had wings and drumsticks. You don't pick the fucking bones out. You eat the meat off the bones, right? What kind of fucking chicken are we talking about here? When it comes to like a whole chicken, you peel the meat off, right? What bones do you think it's a fish? All right, Hammer of the Eighth. Man, I grab a fucking drumstick, suck it off, throw it behind me, the dogs eat it, you know? Like a Disney villain. I just like the thigh meat. Okay, so you're a weird cunt. Fair enough. You should have opened with that. Why you gotta make me dance around? You know you're not normal. Stop pretending you are.
You there? What's the matter? I saw guards running down the stairs.
I've no idea, milady.
Go and find out. Is it a fire?
The rest of us
an
eat the
attack
whole
of some
chicken, you
kind?
dickhead.
Perhaps we should wait until someone comes and tells us.
Did you hear me? Do you know who I am?
Lady, perhaps I should simply escort you to the garrison. Certainly they would be able to tell you there what is the matter.
Oh, very well.
Alright, we've got a lot of mists. We're going to be doing some sneaking around here, mate. Look at that. Can't get through there. How do you not like... Chicken breast? How do you not like chicken drumstick? What's better than a fucking chicken drummy? It's perfectly designed for holding and eating. It's the best kind of fucking meat. Like, it doesn't even need preparation. You just rip it off the fucking chicken, hold it, and eat it. Like, it's perfect. It's the one thing in all of nature that makes me believe maybe, just maybe, there is intelligent design. Maybe, just maybe. This whole eugenics, survival of the fittest, evolution shit doesn't pass muster. Because the chicken fucking drumstick, it's too fucking perfect. There's no way it could have evolved to be so edible. Someone must have had a hand in it, right? Caught you off guard. Wasn't there a way to... Yeah. Oh, what a great kill. That's one of the best animations for an assassination in video games, and every other video game that has something like it should be ashamed that theirs isn't anywhere near as good as that. They're just the... It's so full of character, right?
You up there? Have you seen anyone pass that you haven't seen me?
Who are you talking to up there? Laugh at this bitch. Yeah, who's laughing now, motherfucker? Now, speaking of you, I love that I didn't notice there were guys up there until he pointed them out. It's fantastic. Oh, where'd they go? You up there. Come here, I want to mind control you. A lot of anks. You noticing that? A lot of anks. Must be the symbol of this Seraphim? There's so many ways to see. Exactly. You got a raw fucking whole chook and an oven and a box of spices. You can just live your best fucking life, right? There are no limits to the creativity. That bitch at the other end, yeah. Okay, I was thinking I should have had to mind control that cunt. Maybe I was right. Great table. Did the book reading streams start back? They did. They were writing streams, not book reading streams, but I know what you mean. Yeah, it didn't take, unfortunately. I tried to do it in the exact same way that I did it 10 years ago. It wasn't working. think I need I need to have like a topic pre-prepared. This is how you do this, and we go in learning how to do it, explaining how to do it, practicing it. Maybe do workshops in between. A good example somebody suggested was like tabletop RPGs, like a practical use for this, not a general vague writing stream because the world's moved on, but we're learning how to set up a campaign in Dungeons and Dragons or in some other TTRPG, and these are the basic, steps, and then using the writing background but applying it to a theme that a lot of people these days could get some value out of. And then trying to sell that point, promote the stream before it happens, and get people going, oh yeah, that sounds like something I'd be interested in. To me, that feels like a good way to think about how to change content, and rather than it needs to be TikTok algorithm ready and prepared, or it needs to have this thumbnail and all this YouTube TikTok crap. This is more of a how do I get people genuinely interested in the idea of coming to check something out. And it's frame it and position it in a way that sounds exciting or interesting, I think. So that's the theory anyway. So I'll try and I want to be a better writer. Yeah, well, I could do it with writing concepts as well. Although I think that'd be a bit more niche. But yeah, and then try to do workshops in between. It's just it wasn't really working, and it meant at the end of this show now, 3 p.m. on Friday, start another show. And I wasn't really in the mood for it. Maybe I didn't fully appreciate how exhausted I was going to be on the 6th day of being a dad all day and streaming all night. But guess what? This is as hard as it will ever be. I've been through it before. This is the toughest part, As the baby gets older and older and is more autonomous and can look after himself, I'll have more and more time to do things. We can start adding that shit in again. Rather than the opposite, where like I was doing writing shows, Xander was born, I didn't do any for 9 years. Instead, I'm gonna try and build them in at the right times. Oh, you've got to help me.
Help me!
That's awesome.
Somebody help me, please!
Love it. Okay. Xan will get older, take more baby duty. Yeah, he's been really, really fucking good at that so far. Like, impressively good. He never bitches if you need help. Can you, because sometimes it's just like the baby will be moaning unless you're sitting with him. So just having a body next to him while we're doing stuff. Ooh. Kain getting... What? Whoa. Okay, so wait, we're getting some story here of Kain being defeated by the Seraphim?
What are you?
Oh, hello.
Help! Time to die.
Oh, you're a cunt. You're an absolute cunt. Oh, no, it took all... No, it did. Oh, it just killed me instead. Okay, nice. In the house of my enemy. All right, that's where we're going to leave it for today. I'm going to save it right here. Good news. It won't be a million years between the last show and this one. I'll be back on Monday morning, same time, to check out more Blood Omen 2. Which again, like, it's really nice playing through these series, these old ones that I've missed, because they've got a lot of good going for them. But also, when you're just going through the motions with a fun old game, the conversation's great. I love the chats and the vibes. It feels like streaming back in the day for me, these these early shows, these retro shows, much more than the mainstream stuff does. So thanks for hanging out with me and chatting and just enjoying the good old school vibes, which we'll try and continue to harness as we move forward, while experimenting with some new ideas to keep the cash flow coming. You know, we'll also be, I guess, leaning in on what I like most about Twitch. What I've always liked most about Twitch, sure, but what I like most about Twitch now, today, you know. And it's hanging out, playing cool old games, and talking to people. So we'll do that. We'll do that. I don't know how much more Blood Omen 2 is left. Could be like one more day. Could be like 10. We'll figure it out. But when it's done, we'll play Defiance, the new remake that just came out, which is pretty well priced by the look of it. By the way, what's that, like 25 US or something? I don't know if it's any good, but it looks great. And I can't wait to play it. And then we'll figure out what to do with our retro shows after that. Could be anything. Just snagged it myself. Nice, dude. Nice. Enjoy. I'll be on it as soon as possible. Sunday night, we finish Resident Evil 9. Should be good. Saturday night, tomorrow night, I'll be playing Warhammer with my friend. I'll be painting minis with my boy. Not my kids, my boy. He's been painting Space Marines all week, and I can't wait to see him on the table. It's going to be great. So, if I don't see you, have a fucking great weekend. Thanks for a sweet week of Resi and Blood Omen, and, well, I look forward to more Neo 3 next week, so I'll be grinding that axe. Until then, take it easy. I'll see you soon.